Okay, we are going live this Tuesday, January 2nd. I am Dawn Duvall and I am getting myself organized, so give me just a few minutes and get my camera straight and get my comments loaded in. And there we go. Let's see. We are connecting to our VIP group and to YouTube. And let me get my camera. Sorry, everyone, if you're out there, bear with me. Trying to get it right. So, I think we're good. Alrighty. So I will just wait for you all to come on and just, if you will, announce that you're here. If you're on Facebook, if you'll put your name in the comments, YouTube will automatically show it to me. But since we're in a private group, it doesn't give your name. So if you'll put it in there, I'd greatly appreciate it. And of course, my nose starts itching as we go live. So I'm just gonna sit here and wait for y'all to come on board. So how's that? Oh, hey, watching from Iowa, how are you? Happy New Year. How's your weather? We've, our weather, well, it's probably not cold what y'all consider, but today I think it was, when we got up, I think it was 62 degrees and the high was 69 if I'm not mistaken. So that's a little chilly for us Floridians or, you know, adopted Floridians. But anyways, a little chilly. Yeah. The sun was out today, so it was really nice. It felt really good. Yesterday was the same way. I was out with the dog. Hello from Oregon. How are you, Jan? I was out with the dog yesterday, and I just stood in the sun. I know the neighbors are probably looking at me like I was crazy, but I just stood there letting the sun just beat on me because it felt so good, you know. I don't like the cold weather. And so I try not to be in it if I don't have to, but of course I have to get out and walk the dog. So hope y'all had a good new year. It's a new year, new things happening, whatever. Do y'all do New Year's resolutions? I don't, because it seems like when you do, you never keep, you know, you always break them. So, but we are doing some, I say we, me, are doing some new stuff here in the studio, so I'm gonna let y'all know about that shortly once we get everybody else on board. It's 6:54, so we've got about 6 minutes before, probably 7 minutes. We'll give everybody another minute. We have some slow pokies coming on, but that's okay. That's all right. Well, hope y'all had a good holiday. We didn't do anything. Christmas weekend, we watched football all weekend. I love watching NFL. I don't particularly care for college football. So yesterday, my husband watched, wait, what is today? Yeah, Tuesday, Monday. Yeah, he watched football yesterday. I came into the studio and worked. I got a lot of stuff done. So that was good. Cleaning up, trying to purge. You know, now the catalog is retiring. The new catalog's coming out. So, you know, I've got to pull on my old, I don't have to, but I pull all of my retired papers to make room for the new paper. Hello from Idaho. Happy Tuesday evening. Happy New Year. Hope you're doing well. So hopefully this will be a good year. We'll see. I am going to be going to Phoenix next month for a let me think about this. It's really 3 days, I guess. I'll be there Thursday night, and then we'll be Thursday night, and then all day Saturday, a Friday night, all day Friday, and then all day Saturday at a conference. So I'm looking forward to that. And it's a coaching thing that I belong to. I'm looking forward to that. And we'll see how that goes. So I'm thrilled. So I have a lot of work ahead of me. I've got all of my stuff done that is required. At least I think I have. I have to double check that. But anyways, it'll be fun. I'm just going to fly out there and take a carry-on because I figure for 2 days I can get by with carry-on. So I don't have to bring so much stuff. My husband's laughing. He's thinking, oh my God, how are you going to go with the carry-on? I said, I can do it. It's only going to be 2 days, right? So I only need like 2 pairs of pants, if that. Just a couple of blouses and my pajamas, I'm good to go. So, anyways, we will just wait. We've got a couple more, we got 3 more minutes, but we'll just sit here and chit chat. So, is it snowing where in Oregon or, I don't know, Idaho? Anybody have snow right now? Just chilly? Yeah, I'm glad that we don't have that mess. Oh my goodness. We had it up in the villages. Well, no, not even in the villages. We didn't have any snow. It was back when I was in Virginia. I think it's the last time. So, anyways, there's a lot happening. We've got the new catalog coming out. I'm sure you all have seen projects that people have started making. We're going to use a new stamp set this evening. And I've got some announcements to make. So once we get everybody on board, we'll get ready to go. And I'm trying to think what else. And then I'm going to show you, I'll also show you, because I made it today, what we're going to do on Friday. This Friday is our fundamental technique Friday. So I'll show you what I made. I think it turned out really good, actually. And we're going to use, I don't have a lot. I didn't order a lot of stuff in the catalog. I only ordered maybe 4 stamp sets, and I got 1 pack of celebration paper. Hey, Kathy Burns, how are you? Happy New Year. I think I got a couple of stamp sets. I'm thinking, yeah, I placed an order. This is my initial pre-order, which I only ordered about 4 things. And then I did place an order that they are shipping it out today, thank goodness. Hopefully it gets here before a week from Friday, because I have my in-person classes here at Shell Point through their academy. And I want to use that Party Wishes kit, and it better be here. Otherwise, I think I might have to do some quick changing. I have to do some quick making cards. Who knows? Oh, you're expecting snow and rain. Ugh. That's in Idaho. Oh my God, that does not sound. We're expecting rain. We've started going out on the, we always book our boat. We're part of the Freedom Boat Club. And I think I told you all this before. We go out on Thursdays, and we leave about 9:30, get on the boat, get situated, and then we just take our time, go out and have lunch. The dog goes with us, and then we come back. We're usually back between 1:30, 2 o'clock, 2:15, something like that. Well, the last 3 times the weather has been crappy, and we've invited this one lady, and I told my husband, I said, do not invite her anymore, because she's a jinx. Every time she says she's going to go, it ends up raining. And so now they're expecting rain on Thursday, and it's going to be in the 60s. And I told my husband, I said, I don't want to be out on the boat. 1, I'm not going if it's raining. And 2, I really don't want to be out on the boat in cold weather. That just doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, so we'll see. But I'm pretty sure we're going to cancel, because they are expecting rain Thursday. I think Thursday, maybe Friday, and then the weather is going to warm up to where we might get up into the mid 70s. So, woohoo, that's what you get for living in Florida. But not too bad. Forgot what day it was. Well, Karen Joe, good thing you remembered. I did put a reminder out there in case, hopefully it posted at 6:45. But I'm glad you're here. Karen Joe lives in Bradenton, Florida. I think she's like I don't know, 2 hours. 70 on Thursday. Okay. 70% rain. Woo! We're not going to be going out on the boat. I can tell you that. And then I guess tomorrow, Riley and I will do therapy work. Because I do it every other week. So this month it looks like we're going to do 3. It looks like we'll do 3 visits. So they'll love that. She doesn't. I don't think the dog realizes we're going tomorrow. I got to wash her face. Her face is nasty dirty, but not nasty. I gave her a bath the other day. All right, it's 7:01. Let's give it 1 more minute, and then we're going to get started. Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you had a great weekend. I came down here yesterday because my husband was watching college football. I don't like college football. I do watch football, NFL, but do not like college. It did. So, anyways, all right. Well, let me go ahead and just go over some housekeeping, and Some new things that I'm offering this year. I've done some planning and going to offer a couple of new classes or whatever. So I'll introduce myself for those that may not know me, because sometimes we have lurkers that don't let me know. They don't let us know that they're out there. So I'm Dawn Duvall. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and I've been with them going on, actually, let me think about this. Next month, it will be 12 years, I think. Wow, time flies when you're having fun. Anyway, so I'm an independent demonstrator. I live in Fort Myers, Florida. We've been here about a year, a little over a year and a half. Got here just in time for the hurricane. Thank you, Ian. There's a couple of things. So if you're not on my newsletter, please join. If you don't have that information, just shoot me a message and I'll send that to you. Every year I put coupons out there. So each month you get a new coupon with a discount, or you get a free item. So now celebration starts January 4th. So for those that don't know, January and February, if you spend $50 or more, hopefully with me in my online store, if you're not working with another demonstrator, then you get to choose a free product or products from our celebration catalog. In January, my coupon is that if you spend $55 or more, then you're going to get a free pack of basic white envelopes. So you'll have envelopes. So in addition to celebration, you're going to get a free pack of envelopes from myself. So there you go. That's a win-win. So this is posted in, I post it every couple of months in my newsletter so that you all, for those that are new, can download it. So that is this month. Next month is, with it being Valentine's Day, I'll take 10% off any catalog item that has a heart in it. So look for the hearts in paper or punches or whatever. So, all right, so that's the January. Now, if you haven't already, my calendar, you still have time if you're interested in purchasing a desk calendar, and there's two options. This is a CD case that folds back and it sits on a desk, and then I can decorate the months for you. So I'm just going to give you a quick view of what I've done for the different months. I'm not going to go through all of them. Oh, we don't like that one. I changed that one out. Don't look at that one. March will be different because I did a different one. So anyways, and this goes through all the way through December. So if you're interested, I can make these. I'll make the first one. If you want me to decorate them, I'll make the first one. It's $20, which includes shipping. And then each one after that, if you want, would be $10. And if you want blank ones, so you can decorate yourself, then the first one is $10, and then each one after that is $5. It does come with CD cases that you can put your calendar in. It makes a great gift. And the other thing too, if you're giving it to somebody, you can decorate the month of their birthday. So when they get to that month, they'll see that it's been decorated. So if that's something you're interested in, message me and I'll send you the link to this. Since we're early in January, I can still get some of those out for you. So that's that. And then I just posted today, if you all haven't seen it, I'm starting a monthly crafty card club. And that is going to be where you'll get a kit in the mail, which is going to include the materials to design 6 cards. It's going to be 3 designs, 2 of each. So you're going to get all of the materials. You'll get a half a pack of designer paper, probably some ribbon and embellishments that we'll use to create those cards, and some other little things that come along with that. So I've placed that. I think I posted that today on the VIP page. I'll put some more information out with a link so that you can get more information. It's $39.50 a month. It's a subscription. You can start and stop anytime you want. You know, first, I don't know if y'all have mail packages or not, but the post office, you know, keeps increasing prices. So to do a flat rate postage, like in a padded envelope, which is 9.5 by whatever, I used to be able to get them for $8.30. Now they're $8. I get a little bit of a discount. So I think they're running now, for me, it's like $8.60 or $8.70. So it's getting right expensive to mail stuff out. So $39.50, $9 of that, or $8.75 really, I put in there to cover my postage, and the rest will be to cover the supplies, and of course, what little bit of time I have more time, but I don't get paid for my time, but that's okay. So just be aware of that. If you haven't seen it, I think I did post it on the VIP page. Go back and look at it. I think I did that this afternoon. And what else? Let me think. I told you about celebration, the calendars. I think that's it. So let's go ahead and get started. I am going to flip the camera down, and I'm going to show you. We also have, starting with our celebration, and you may have seen this before, so let me turn the camera down. Okay. One of the offers, if you decide you want to join Stampin' Up! And be a discount shopper, or do it as a business, whichever you prefer. This is a glass mat that is humongous, and this is this is a benefit. If you decide you want to join, you can get this glass mat. It's about a $60 value, and it comes with this little rubber thing that you can put your like your little ink spots here, or if you're going to do watercoloring or anything like that, and you can put your sponge here, or whatever. And then it also comes with this large cleaning cloth. So the nice thing about this is you don't have to have the grid paper. You can stamp on this, and then this is your cloth. I've left it in the plastic bag because it dries out. It's kind of like a chamois. But you can just wipe it off right here, so you don't need to put the grid paper down because you get to wash it off. So that is something, if you're interested, or if you have an order that's going to be close to $100, or even if it's $80, $99, you can join. If you don't want the glass mat, I think they're giving you an additional $30 in free product. And don't hold me to that. It might be, I might be lying. I don't know if it's 60 or 30. I think it's 30. I don't know. I'll double check. I'll put it out tomorrow. Now, I should have checked that before I started talking about it. But anyways, so that is going to start on January 4th, and it runs through February because it's in conjunction with celebration. So if you're interested in this glass mat, it's wonderful. And, you can join. You don't have to do classes. You don't have to teach. You can just get the discount, Just get your discount. Take advantage of it. If you order a lot, it makes sense to do that. Or if you want something in particular, then, you're going to choose it's going to cost you $99 plus sales tax. So just say somewhere around $105, and then we pay shipping. So that's a pretty good deal. Oh, I know. For fun, let me show you what we're going to make for Fundamental Friday. We're going to look at this. Isn't this cute? Now, this is a celebration paper, which I'm sure you've seen, because I've been seeing all sorts of stuff that people are making. Hang on. It is called the Flight and Airy. It's absolutely beautiful. It's all these different birds and stuff. But this is a box. Now, this can be I'm going to put birthday cards in here. So this could be a birthday card gift to somebody, or you could just make, it could be for a wedding, any occasion that you want to give somebody. And look at the size of it. Isn't that a good size? So that's what we're going to make on Friday. So you better come back Friday, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to make this box, and I'll give you all the dimensions and all that stuff. Now, this stamp set is retired, just to let y'all know. Okay, so let's get started. We are going to make some cards. Now, Karen, don't get mad, because this is all about the dogs today. It's not kitty cats. Doggone Friendly. Look at this. It's one large stamp. Now, when you need a stamp positioning tool, this is when we need one. I'm going to pull it down just a little bit. This is when you need a stamp positioning tool, because these stamps are humongous. So hang on. I was using my out of business. We can't use it well, we can use it, the Stamparatus, but we can't sell it any longer because they've got some kind of lawsuit of something. So you're going to put it on the largest block that we have with Stampin' Up. So you want to put it on an acrylic block. And look at all these critters. They are just so precious. And I'm going to do 3 cards tonight for you all, and 3 different ones using this stamp set, okay? Now, the easiest way, in my opinion, is you're going to lay it over this way, and we're going to ink it up and lay it down to stamp, and I'll show you, give you some options of how we're going to do that. But now Karen is a cat person, so hopefully maybe another time we'll come out with some more cat stuff. You never know. All right, so the first card I'm going to show you, this is a very simple card. I've inked this up with our copper clay ink, and all I did was I trimmed this one down. The other one we're going to do tonight is going to be 4.25 by 5.5, so it's going to cover the whole card front. So this is a quick and easy way. I've just stamped it in one color. It's going to be an easy card to make, and this is on an 8.5 by 5.5 thick whisper white. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to score, which I've already scored. So I'm going to fold my cardstock because I know I'm trying to be good this year and use my all my scoring stuff. And let me get it here and give it a good burnish. Now, if you see light reflecting, let me know, and then I may have to, if it's bothering you, somebody said something about putting a piece of vellum, so just let me know if it gets to be a little ugly. All right, so I'm going to use another piece of 4.25 by 5.5. That's what we're going to put the dogs on. And then we're going to use a piece of copper clay cardstock, which is going to be 4.25, and this is 3/4 of an inch for the sentiment, and then we've got a 1/2 inch of white, and I'll just cut this down. So whatever the length is, I'm just going to trim it, make some things. Okay, and then I'm using the stamp set from the Cheerful Daisies. I'm using the one that says "You Made My Day," so that's where the stamp sentiment's coming from. Obviously, the dogs, there's no sentiment that comes with the stamp. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to ink this guy up. So I'm just going to turn my ink pad upside down, and we're just going to walk it around and do a little twisty dance or whatever. We want to make sure we get a lot of ink, and this is a quite juicy ink. So I think we'll be good with that. And we just want to make sure we get the center and all that. Now, you can do one of two things. You can flip it over, but I'm going to, hopefully, if it doesn't smear, I'm going to lay my cardstock on here and then just rub it. So I'm going to just let it, part of it, some of the images will not show through. So I'm just going to lay it here. Hopefully it doesn't smear. And I'm just going to push down while my cardstock is sitting on the thing. I'm holding it in place, and you can see my nail polish is coming off on the back, and I have a feeling my paper's crooked. I think it is. We might have to do this again, so let's see. That's not too bad. And there you go, there's our doggies. Oh, look at that, we didn't get him. So let's do that again. Hang on, let me pull up another sheet. Hold up. Well, actually, let's flip him over. We'll just flip it over. No, I can't because I got goo on it. Let me grab another piece. Hold on. I should have come prepared with extra white paper. Hang on. You never know. And that's the thing about if you have a stamp positioning tool, I would highly encourage you to use that. It makes a huge difference. So let me just cut another piece at 4.25. Hang on. 4.25. I've got an extra piece here just in case, and then this should be at 5.5, and it is. Okay, let's try this again. I'll make sure I push down on the side pieces, and I can use this later because I can trim that down and use it for another card. All right, let's ink this up again. So keep in mind that these big stamps, they're nice, but you got to be careful on how we put our paper, and we can flip it over, but let's try this again. Okay, all right, we're gonna lay it down. Hopefully we get all the dogs on there. All right, now I'll make sure that I go around. Now we're coming out with a brayer. Are y'all familiar with brayers? We used to carry them, and then we stopped. So what you could do, once we have our brayer, and you can see I don't have all these dogs on there. Once we get the brayer, you can use that and run it across here to help put the images. I'm just trying to hold this in place and just go across. I was going to use my Stamparatus, and I thought, no, better not, because then somebody will say something about, why are you using it if you can't buy it? So, all right, so let's see how that goes. Much better. All right, so there we go. There's the doggies in copper clay. All right, give me 1 second. Let me get my ink, my stamp pad open. Let me wipe this off real quick because we're going to end up changing colors. And so I'm just using our regular stamp cleaner pads and wiping all the ink off, which that works pretty well. Okay, so now that we have that, then we're just going to attach it. This is the easy part. So bear with me 1 second. I got to take my sweater off. I got all these lights on in here, and I'm about to sweat to death. So hang on a second. I got to put my microphone on. Hang on. I know you think I would have my stuff together, right? I always forget. I was a little chilly, and then when the lights come on, I've got all these daggone lights in here, and I'm now sweating. And I have a sleeveless top. So whatever. Okay. I guess I need to bring my ink back. All right, so we're just going to glue this down flat. All right, so we're just going to take that. All right, come on, Bubba. Don't fight with me. All right, let me get the other one. I've been busy the last 2 days working on all sorts of stuff. So anyway, so we're going to glue this down. It's going to go down flat. And I'm going to pull my craft mat in here. So I don't want to get glue on this. All right, so let's go ahead and add that here. And this is going to go edge to edge because I did this at the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I just thought this is cute. Don't you just love these? Aren't these dogs just precious? They're just so daggone cute. Look at this little guy. He's got a Frisbee in his mouth. Okay, and then we're going to take this little piece, and you can put this wherever you want to put it. I'm going to put it down here. I did make it a little bit longer because I want to make sure I've got enough to go from side to side, and then I'm just going to trim that off. So I'm going to set it about, I don't know, maybe 1.5 inches up from the bottom. So let's go ahead and put this on, and I'm just going to leave a little bit of room there because I'm going to end up cutting that off. So we're going to start out with the easy stamps, easy cards to make, and then we'll just progress to a little bit, stepping them up. So let's put, I hate to cover the puppy head, but that's what we're going to have to do. All right, so we're going to cover that up right there and get that down. Let that sit for just a second, and then I'll trim that off. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and use the You Made My Day and ink up my stamp. And the nice thing, too, about this, for your photopolymer stamps, you've got a good cushion. Well, it's a good hard surface that will help you with your stamping. Now I'm going to stamp on this, and I'm going to cut banners at the on each end of this, so that's why I made my white piece a little bit longer. All right, so that turned out pretty good. So let's move that over there. All right, and okay, so let me trim this off. This is pretty easy. Now again, I'm not putting anything on the inside because you know how I am. I just let it roll until I need it. All right, so that's scrap. So there's the front. And now I'm just going to take, and this one, I'm just going to lay this card down flat, but I'm going to trim the edges and make a banner. So I'm going to trim, let me make sure I'm in the camera. I'm going to cut this about here. And then I'm just going to cut up the center. Hang on a minute, that's not straight. Now the dog's moving. I'm just going to cut up a little bit and then go from corner to corner to make my tail. You might have a different way of doing yours. I don't know. I'm going to trim this down just a little bit as well. And I'm going to do the same thing. So we're just going to go corner. God, you look at my hands. Look like I'm having a shake attack here. All right, so we're gonna let me get all this stuff off here. All right, so we are gonna tack this. We're gonna tape. We're gonna glue this one down. If I can get the papers off my hands. I feel like I'm all fingers here. So you can tell I used my scraps. Got something stamped on here from one of our classes that we did, where I must have made a boo-boo. Oh, these dogs are precious. I'm telling you. Wait till you see this other card we're going to do. Y'all are going to go, oh my God. And the stamp set is not that expensive. I think it's, oh my God, I should have looked it up. It's like 20 or 22, 20, no more than $24. I don't think that's bad. All right, so there's our stamp. I mean, that's our first card. Isn't that pretty easy? Isn't that cute? Look at those little critters. You got to love them. So, all right, that's the first card. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so we got that. All right, now the next one is we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do a black and white version, and we're going to put a sentiment on this one. So here we go. This is in black and white. Now I'm using the black and white gingham that we have. Now we also have, which is thin. Now we also have a little bit wider gingham, which has got the vanilla in it, but I'm using basic white. So if y'all, I don't even know if y'all can see the difference in the colors. Which do you think? Do you like the black and white, or what about the vanilla? Because the vanilla is, I like the thicker, but I like the white because I'm not, do you know what I mean? But anyway, so if you want to let me know which one you think we should use, we'll do that. All right. And then I'm going to use the nested dies. This one is a retired punch. So I thought I'd use something that's current. So I am going to use the nested dies, and I went ahead and cut out a white and a black using the smallest and the next from the inside out, the bottom one and the first and middle one and the one next to it, the next size up. So I did one in white and one in black, and of course it stitches it. All right, and then I am using a small heart punch, which is retired, and we'll get started. Okay, so again, we're using our white, thick basic white, right, cardstock, and I didn't score this. Well, no, I didn't. Oh, look at that, I got the score in there. All right, so again, we're gonna fold this into, which is typical of what I do. So let's get that in there, get that burnished. And then we're going to take a piece of basic black, and that piece is going to be, it's 4 by 5 1/4. I'm not going to glue this down yet. I'm going to wait. I like to put my two pieces together and then glue it down like that. Okay, so we're just going to set this off to the side for just a minute. I'm going to put all that right there for now because we have to do our stamp, right? So we're going to bring our stamp in, and we are going to take our Memento Black, and then we're going to ink up. Now this piece here, because we're using a black at 4 by 5 1/4, this is 3 3/4 by 4. So you'll see, and you know what I did? When I put my sticky thing on the thing, it got all jumbled up. Y'all can't see it, but that's why it's kind of lifting right here. It's got a little extra fold in there. But anyways, this is 3 3/4 by 4. I mean 5 by 5, I'm sorry. So I'm going to try to get this in the center of our card, of our stamp, okay? So here we go. Actually, that's a lot of room up there, isn't it? A lot of wasted space. Okay, so we're just going to ink this in up. Now with the black, I usually do a little twisty thing and just kind of walk it around just to make sure I get it all. And then sometimes I'll just take it and slide it across, because you always, you know, you're going to catch the little lines on all these little critters, because they've got their ears and their noses and all that stuff is got little lines on it. So we want to make sure we get those covered up. So I'm just going to go around and do some more inking. But if you're a dog lover, or if you have people that are dog lovers, this is a great stamp, because the next card, when you see this one, you're just going to love it. Okay, so here we go. Hopefully I don't screw this up. So we're going to set it down. There we go. And then I'm just going to rub around. Probably could use my bone folder, huh? So we'll just rub it around. Keep it. I'm going to keep it in place. I'd rather do my fingers because I have more control over it. Now look, I got black ink there, but that's on the on the back side, so I don't care about that. I just want to hold it in place. Look at the mess I'm making. Hang on a minute. Can you see? I'm getting black ink all over the back of the card. Good thing it's going to be on the back, huh? All right, hopefully we didn't put too much ink. All right, I'm lifting it up. Woohoo! There we go. That's not too bad. All right, there's our ink. Now you can see where I got a lot more ink there. With that, look at that little dude. He's got a little bandana on him. All right, so that's fine. All right, because that's going to be covered up by the sentiment. So let me clean my stamp off real quick because we're going to have to use it again. Give me 1 second. Ugh, the thing weighs a ton. All right, and I got to get, bear with me. Okay, let me get this. I have to get my sentiment out from the other one. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add him to the black, and then we'll add our ribbon on it. So did y'all decide what we should do? The white or the vanilla? I think we should go with the white, even though it's not as wide. I think it looks better, personally. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this put together. So let's look at all my black. See all my mess? I hope that we get another stamp positioning tool because they are really nice to use. I love my Stamparatus. I actually have 2 of them. All right, so we're going to lay that on here. And I did this, actually I cut this at 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 if I'm not mistaken. I just wanted a little bit of the black border showing. I have a little bit more at the bottom, but that's okay. All right, now we're going to take our black and white ribbon, and we're going to cut a piece off, and we're going to make the cheater bow, or you want to call a faux bow, the faux bow. It's easier that way. So let me grab my seal, and we're going to do it on the left side, right? So this side here, I'm just going to put a little notch right there and a notch right there to hold my ribbon. So we're just going to take, and I'm just measuring right now. So we're just going to cut this, and then I'm going to attach that here, and then I'm just going to move it over. This isn't, if you're not good at tying bows, and this helps too, not to use up all your ribbon. When you wrap it around, it's kind of wasteful, right? Okay, so there's that, and then we're just going to cut another piece, and we're going to make a we're just going to make a bow. It's like a knot. Call it a cheater bow. And you can make it into a bow if you want. You can wrap your ribbon around the cardstock and make a bow, but this is a lot easier to do. And then you just pull it tight, and then you can slide it where you want your bow. And then I'm going to come in and just trim up with my ribbon scissors, my ribbon shears, I should say, and just give it a nice little cut there. Actually, let me cut this again because I didn't get the angle the way I wanted it. And I'll trim this one down just a little bit because it looks like it's a little bit longer. All right, so there's how we did our bow. It just makes it a lot easier. And if you don't want it that low, we'll move it. We can move it up. We'll just slide it up. I got it too tight, but you can slide it if you want to play with it. I'll leave it right there. All right, and then we're going to add this to the back of, to the front of our card. So we'll go ahead and add, get my scissors out of the way, add our adhesive, and then we'll put this on the back of the card, on the front of the card, I'm sorry. I'm excited because I haven't seen you all in a couple weeks. I missed everybody. Okay, so we're going to lay that right here, give us a nice white border. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with my retired, this is a retired little heart punch. So I'm going to make, I'm going to punch a heart out. You know what, that's not big enough. I don't know what I was thinking. Hang on a minute, let me grab a piece of thread. I thought that was going to work. Apparently not. We'll just use a circle. All right, so we're going to cut out 2 hearts. So I'm going to cut one here, and then I'll punch out one here. I always keep these little things because you can always use a heart punch. All right, so let's move this out of the way. That's why your scraps come in handy, right? So let's use a glue dot, and we will put the heart, if I can find, there we go. Let me get my glue dot here. All right, so we're going to find a doggy. Let's see which dog. I think we should do, I did this guy before, but he's kind of in the way. This guy has a bandana on him, but I'm going to put that right there. Wait a minute, that doesn't look like, because it looks like his tongue's hanging out. Why don't we do this one? Let's put it on this guy, because he's got a thing right there. So we're going to put the heart right there. No, because our sentiment's going to go there. Never mind. Let's do this one. It's so many decisions. See, this guy, we could put that there, but he's not, this guy's got a rope in his mouth. It's so funny. Every time I look at this, I see new things. Now, shoot, Ski Donnie. All right, let's just put it here. Let's put this on his bandana. We're just going to put the heart there. We'll move it over just a tad. I know, isn't it funny? We spend so much time trying to decide what we want it to look like. So we're just going to put that on his bandana, right where his bandana goes. Okay, there we go. Now, we're going to use the, your friendship means everything to me. And again, I'm using the Cheerful Daisies. So I'm going to pull out that stamp. Oh, no, I'm not. I've already got it pulled out. Well, there you go. I was prepared. All right, and we're going to stamp that in Memento Black. Let's see if we can get this on here. All right, so it says, your friendship means everything. And then with it being your best friend, you want to put a little heart on it, right? So we're going to stamp that on there. Ooh, look at that. I inked that little sucker up, didn't I? All right, let me cover this up because I'm getting ink all over the place. All right, and then we're going to take and add that to our top of the other die cut that we did for the nested dies. And I'm just going to lay this down flat, and then I'll pop up the entire sentiment. So let's add this. Put our Tombow on here. All right. And we're going to put that right about there. Isn't that cute? All right, then we'll put our dimensionals on here, and then we'll add our other heart that I cut out because we want to make sure. Whoops, let me get my heart here. So let's put some dimensionals on this guy. Now the next card is shouldn't take too long. I try to get most of the stuff done. All right, but I'll show you that one here in just a minute. Okay, so let's get this popped up. Now this one is going a landscape opposed to the horizontal mode, but I think that's fine. So we have to cover up some of the dogs. So I think I'm going to put it right here in the center at the bottom. And then I'm going to put this heart, I think I'm going to put this one down in the corner. So since that one's over there, I think I'll probably put this one in the left corner. Let me get, whoopsie. Let me get my dimensional here. I mean my glue dot here. All right, so let's put that right. Let's just do that. How's that? So there is our second card. Isn't that cute? Don't you just... And look how easy that is. So if you're looking for some quick and easy cards, this is the way to go, right? Okay, so that's the second one. I'm going to move this one off to the side. And that says your friendship means everything. And again, the inside's blank, so you can put what you'd like on the inside. Okay, and then now, hang on a minute. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way. All right, the next card, here is the next card. This one is a little bit more involved. I've already stamped, and I'll show you what I've done because we're going to be doing some fussy cutting. Look at this one. Isn't that precious? Look at these dogs. They're standing on top of each other. Aren't they cute? So that's what we're going to make. Do you like their dog biscuits? I'm going to show you how I made those too. All right, so that's what we're going to make here. Now, we are going to, bear with me one second. We're going to do some coloring because I got to color the dogs. And let me get my stuff out so I can show you what we're using here because we're doing something a little bit different. All right, we're going to use the Moody Mauve cards. We're going to use a piece of the cardstock. Okay, thick basic white, obviously. 8.5 by 5.5, score at 4 1/4. So we're going to fold this up. And I've got to find my, hang on a second, I got my notes with all these measurements. So I can give them to you. So bear with me. I think they're here, but let me look for them real quick. I know I wrote them down. Oh, here it is. Okay. Now, we have in-color treat bags. All right, you've probably seen these when we first came out with them. These are treat bags that come in each of the 5 in colors. All right, so we're going to use this as part of our card, okay? So let me fold my card. All right, this we're going to cut a piece of Moody Mauve at 4 1/4 by, 4 by 5 1/2. 5 1/4, I'm sorry. This is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to glue that down to the front of the card. That thing looks like it's not even cut right. I guess maybe it's my eyeballs, but all right. So that's going to go there. Okay. So we're not going to glue that down yet, but that's going to go there. Now we have our bag. We need to cut our bag down. So let me pull my paper trimmer in. We're going to cut this down to 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Okay, so we're going to go 5 1/8, and I'm going to get this down. We want to do it this way. 5 1/8. Get it this way. I want to cut that end off. All right, so we want to go 5 1/8. So we've got an 1/8 right there. So we're going to line that up. So we're going to cut this down at 5 1/8. So we're going to take this off and just toss it because we don't really need that. Then we're going to turn it and we're going to cut it at 3 7/8. So it's going to be the second line before you get to the 4. Okay, so we're going to cut that down to 3 7/8. And we're going to just toss that. Or you can keep it and use it for something else. So then this is going to get glued down on here like that, okay? All right. Now, the first thing, I went ahead because when I made this card, I had to stamp all the dogs, right? So rather than stamp it again, I fussy cut those out, and that's the part. So I'm going to color the dogs that I want to use, and then I'll fussy cut those out. So I have all my colors here. And then after I get these colored, then I'll give you the rest of the measurements for what we need. So I'm bringing in my Stampin' Blends, pardon me, and we're going to color. I think I want to do, because I'm looking at how I can get them to stack up. Like this little puppy dog is small, so I'll probably take this one. And then I have this little poodle looking dog that I cut out, and he's kind of big. So I'm thinking I can use him and then maybe have one little dog on top, maybe this one, and then we'll pull out some other dogs. So I'm going to color this one, and I think I want this guy right here, down here. He's the one that's got the frisbee, and I want this guy right here. I think that'll be cool. His ear, he doesn't have any ears, but, oh, his ears are right here. So that's what we're going to do, all right? So I'm going to color this little guy here. And then we'll do some coloring. Now this is crumb. Let me find my crumb cake. Where is my? Hang on. All right, my light crumb cake. I think I'm going to do. Do I want him in crumb cake? This one, I think I'll make him. Okay, let's do light crumb cake. There's big decisions here, you know. All right, I don't even know what kind of dog this is. He looks so cute. All right, I'm just going to color him in light crumb cake. And we'll come back. I probably should have colored this, but not like you haven't seen people color. But I wasn't sure which doggies I wanted to do. So, and then I've got to fussy cut these out, and we're going to color his nose and do his little body right here. And I'll come back in and do some little definitions here. So he can go on. He can go in front on top of the other dog. So it shouldn't take too long. All right, so there's that, and when I've got my basic black, and let me see, I think I have my smoky slate light. I do. So let me do smoky slate. I'm going to cover his nose just a little bit, and I think that's his mouth. All right, and then I'm going to take this, this is Petal Pink, and I think that might be his tongue sticking out. So I'm just going to kind of color that a little bit with like a light pink. You're not going to see it. Then I'm going to take the dark crumb cake, and I'm just going to come back and kind of make these little dots, accent these a little bit. kind of do his brows, and then just this part on his little body. Okay, and then we'll come back with the light again, and I'm just going to kind of go around it just a little bit, just to kind of blend it. Okay, so we'll cut him out in just a minute. All right, so we've done him. Now I'm going to come down here and do this dog. And I think I'm going to do him. I'm not sure what color I'm going to do this dog. I didn't even think about that one. I'm going to pull in, hang on a second. I'm going to pull in the pecan. Let me find pecan. Hold on a second. Pecan, here we go. I think I'll color him pecan. All right. So this guy here, I'm going to color him in gray granite. And the other one will, that's smoky slate. Let's do gray granite. Let me get these other colors. Okay, here we go. Get some of these out of my way here. Get those over there. Yeah, the colors kind of look alike, don't they? All right, that's gray. This is crumb cake. We don't want that one. Okay, so I'm going to color him in, I think I'm going to do him gray granite, and I'll do this one in pecan. So I'm going to come in with the dark gray granite, and I'm just going to cover where they've got the markings for the ears, where the little lines are. So I'm just going to color those in. All right, so y'all still with me? All right, so we're going to color the ears, and then I'm going to color his little nose area here. And I don't even know what kind of dog this is, but he looks cute. All right, so let's come back and get his markings done. And then we'll color him. This is the dark gray granite, and then we'll come back and color him the lighter gray. So I just want to get this in here. He's kind of cute. And then I'm going to do this little accents here. And when we cut him out, we'll cut out so he doesn't have the Frisbee in his mouth. And then I think I'm going to take a little of this petal pink, and I'm going to put a little bit right there in his ears. Okay, so it's kind of like the inside of his ear. All right, now we're going to come back with the light gray. Hopefully this is going to look all right. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Before I do that, let me do his nose. And we're going to do that in, where's my smoky slate? We'll do the light smoky slate, which really is going to look more like it's black. So we'll give him a black nose. Okay. Now we'll come in and color him with the light gray granite. And I'm just going to come in and probably come back and do some emphasis here with the lines. So just bear with me. We'll get these colored, and then we'll fussy cut them out, and then we'll put our card together, and I'll give you the rest of the measurements. But this is another fun way that you can use this stamp set, is to color and cut out the dogs that you want to use, right? We won't probably use all of that, but we'll just color all the way down just to be on the safe side, because we're going to probably chop this off because he's going to be hiding behind somebody. All right, so that's cute looking. What do you think? All right, whoopsie. Let me go back and do a little bit more of the kind of some definition here. Give him a little bit more stuff around his face. Darken that nose up. Okay, there we go. All right, so he's done. And now I'm gonna, let me go ahead. Oh, I hate to chop these guys up. All right, now I'm going to color this little dude. I'm gonna make he's got a necktie on. So I'm gonna make it dark. Let's see how it looks. The boho blue, which is, do I want boho or should I do the Maudie? No, we'll do blue because it's a boy dog. So I'm just gonna do this with the dark, and hopefully it's not too dark. And we'll get that on his collar. He's got a little bow tie there. And if I need to, I get my, all right, now we're going to color him in the pecan, but I'm going to first color his, well, let's see. I guess we can do his tongue. Probably should make it pink, but we're going to just do it this color. All right, it's petal pink. Okay, so let's come in. We're going to make him pecan. So we're going to go in with the dark pecan. Still here. It looks like a greyhound. Which one looks like a gray? This one. Yeah, you're right. This one does look like a greyhound. It's funny to try to, that's a corgi. It's funny to try to sit there and figure out that's a hound dog. You know, it's funny to look. Now that looks like a Riley dog, but it's funny how to look at these dogs and try to figure out which ones are which, right? All right, so I'm going to take the dark and I'm going to color his ears where all these lines are, and some of this we'll have to trim because of the way they've got the picture. So I'm just going to come around the edges here where they've got these lines, and then we'll come back in with the light, and we'll do the light pecan. And I don't even know what kind of dog. This guy looks like a boxer to me. I'm not sure. What do y'all think? Oh, great. Hang on a minute. I don't know who's, sorry about that. My phone rang through and it's not supposed to. Sorry, hopefully we're still working. Okay. And we'll do a little bit right here. And of course we're going to come back and I guess we better do these little marks here, huh? And do around his chin. Little chinny chin chin. Okay, and then we're going to come back in with the light, and we'll fill in with the light. That pecan's really dark. I should have looked for a lighter shade, huh? But I think it'll be fine. And I'm wondering, should we leave this white right through there? Should that be white? I think it might supposed to be white. What do y'all think? But I've already put some brown on it, so I guess we're going to have to color it brown. But isn't this a cute stamp set? Oh, I think there's so many possibilities with these little guys. Just got to use your imagination. Well, I went ahead and I bet you his mouth is supposed to be white. That part of his face. What do y'all think? Do you think this should be white or should I color it in? I'm thinking it might have to be, well, you know what? I've already got those things there, so we're just going to color it. He's going to be too shaded. It's probably supposed to be white. I think I'll leave the thing between his, up there white. We'll do that. That'll be all right. It will be fine. Let me just bring this down here a little bit once we figure out how we're going to color him. All right, and then I'm going to... hang on a minute. There was something I was going to do, and I've lost my train of thought. I'll take the dark and just come back in a little bit. And, okay, I think that's it. Oh, I was going to do his nose. God, I tell you, I think I'm losing my mind. Y'all get older. Don't you become a little bit more forgetful about things? I've been having a major squirrel syndrome lately. I start something, and then all of a sudden I'm like, whoops, squirrel. Okay, so those, we've got our 3 dogs. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, and then I have this guy. What did I do with my, oh, diamond dog. I think I could put one up here. We probably need one more. This guy's looking away. Well, all right, let's try. These are kind of big dogs. So let's, I'm going to go ahead. Sorry, puppy, I don't mean to cut you off. Let me go ahead, and I'm going to fussy cut this guy out. So give me just 1 second. Let me get him cut out here. And then I'm going to get to this guy just so I can cut him. There we go. All right, so let me fussy cut. We'll go ahead and get in here and try to remove all this white. And if we have to, we'll just come back and add some dark around it, the edges, so that we don't see any white lines. So just bear with me while I fussy cut this. I'm going to try to do it this way. I'm trying to get in behind that ear. So, probably should have left it. Hang on 1 second. Let me get that. Here we go. All right, so we're just going to trim him down like that. And then we'll trim up his, going to take off that frisbee that he's been playing with. So we're going to cut that out. And then that way, he doesn't look like, which I guess we probably could have left the frisbee, huh? All right, so there's that dog, and then there's that dog. Let's go ahead and cut this guy out. All right, and There we go. All right, and this one, I obviously, his head is flat, so we got to put a dog on top of him because he's got to have something covering up that flat head. All right, bear with me a second. I got to get behind this ear. It's a little tedious getting in here trimming up these dogs, but what a cute, you know, what a great card. Okay, and we'll trim this up because we know that's not going to be. All right, hang on a minute. Got a little piece of white right there. And I think we're good. I'm going to just come back with the pecan, and I'll just put some pecan on the edges there. Actually, let me do that now. It's the dark. So we'll just do a little bit on here. So that will kind of hide those white edges, just in case. There we go. All right, and then we've got to get this other little puppy. And then we'll see if we need another dog or not. So let me cut this little guy out. He's all the way up here all by his little lonesome. So I'm going to try to get in here and try to cut out without... All right, bear with me 1 second. I like this guy too. I can't remember what kind of dog that is, but let me get over here because I can salvage that dog right there too. All right, so let's see if we can take this one out. Let's see, cut that right there. There we go. All right, so let me trim this little guy up. This is a little tiny guy. Okay, trim that off. And we'll get the rest of the card done, and then if we need another dog, we'll come back and grab another one. I think we might be okay. Let's see. And then I'm going to, give me 1 second, I'm going to cut in. Get up here. Get this way. Try to cut it out this way. And snip that out. And again, I think I'm going to come back with the crumb cake and just kind of blend. Let me get all this stuff out of the way. Here's a doggy right there. We could probably use him. He doesn't look happy, does he? He looks kind of not happy. All right, let's see what we can do with these guys. Whoops, we don't want to throw him away. Hang on. All right, bear with me. Give me a second. All right. All right, let's leave that as it is. Let me get the light crumb cake so we can, hold on a minute, let me move this out of the way. I'm gonna, that's the dark, we don't want dark. Where's my light? Oh, right next to it, there's the light. Let me go ahead and, again, I just want to do the edges. Riley, come lay down. The dog's on the move. I don't know what she's doing. Again, I'm just going to come around so we don't see those little white things. All right, there we go. Okay, so let's put this one together and see what it looks like. Let me move my markers. Okay, so let's keep our dog. Here's our heads. We'll see what we got to do here. Hopefully this will work. Okay, all right, so we're going to take our bag and we're going to attach it to our Moody Mauve piece of cardstock. So let me go ahead and get the adhesive, and we're going to add that. Go ahead and attach this now. So this is a great way if you have these bags and you're not using them. I would have, you know, this is, I think one of our artisans, this was one of the artisans that designed this card. Whoopsie. And I cased it from her. And I thought, what a clever idea, because I have these bags and I'm thinking, what in the world am I going to do with these bags, you know? But here you go. All right. Okay, so there's that. Then you're going to take, hang on a minute. Then we're going to take a piece of Moody Mauve. This is 1.5 by 4. And then we've got a piece of basic white that is 3 by 4. Okay. And what we're going to do is I am going to lay this here. I'm not going to attach it yet. And I'm trying to think, did I do that before or after? I must have done it before. Okay. So what I'm going to do, we're going to take this piece right here and we're going to tear it on both sides. So we're just going to take and just tear it, and I'm trying not to take a whole lot off of it, but I just want to tear it down, kind of give it that jagged look, and it's all in how, you know, you want to tear it. It just kind of making the fibers, it's kind of giving it that look. All right, so we're going to tear that one, and then we're going to do the other side as well. And I did tell you the size of this one, right? Yeah, 1.5 by 4. And then we're going to, if I can get it, tear this side. And I always try to make it, you know, so it's not like a straight line. I try to make it jagged. Jagged, does that mean? I make up my own words in case y'all don't know. So we just kind of tear it a little bit. I like to come out and come in and all that stuff. So, all right, so we're going to put that here. Now, when we get done, we're going to do some splattering. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So you're getting all sorts of little techniques tonight. All right, so there's our piece of Maudie. Let's tear this part off because that looks kind of funky. There we go. All right, I'm going to lay this here. I'm not going to glue this down yet because I want to, actually, I need to trim this down a little bit. Let me see, hang on. This is going to go from side to side. Let me make sure that this is 4. Yep, 4 inches. Okay. All right, so we're going to lay this right here. And I'm going to put that in the center for now. And this is going to lay on top. Now, I'm not going to glue this down just yet. Or am I? Oh, yeah, I am. I'm going to end up, because we're going to do some splattering, but let me glue this first. Okay. I'm talking to myself. Well, I'm talking to you guys, but I'm really talking to myself. Oh, God. Gotta love it. Are y'all enjoying these cards? Okay. So we're gonna attach this here. Now we're gonna do some splattering. Okay. We're gonna lay this on here because we're gonna splatter. I'll glue it down in a minute, but we're gonna add some twine. We're gonna take our Moody Mauve Stampin' Right marker, and we're gonna take the fat tip, which you see the line here that tells you it's the fat tip, and then this is the skinny one. So we're going to take the fat tip. We're going to hold the cap. If you're right-handed, hold it in your left hand. And then you're going to put the fat tip inside the cap, and then you're going to flick it on your paper to give you some splotches. So we'll put it in here, not all the way, just right kind of in the front at the tip. And just start splattering where you want. See how it went, how I got some splatter? So you just want to flick it however hard or wherever you want your splatter to go. So we're getting some, see how we're doing splatter? And then we're going to do the same thing down here. So I want to do some splattering here. And this is a fun way just to add some just something different to your card. So, and then I always kind of go back and look at some places might look a little naked, like right here. It doesn't have to have splatter all over it, but I like it that. So there you go. There's another technique for you. So you can do a splattering technique. See? Isn't that pretty? So you can just splatter all over and you get this look to the background. All right, now we're going to take some baker's twine and we are going to wrap around. This used to be on a spool and it rolled off. Okay, we're going to wrap this around a couple of times and we're going to tie a bow. So I am going to leave enough that I can come in, and I'll cut it when I get ready. So we're going to wrap this twice, and I'm going to keep pulling because I want to have enough room that I can tie a bow. All right, so give me a second. And I don't measure this stuff. I just roll it. I just go with it. So we're going to roll that. And then this one I'm going to leave, and I've got enough there. So let me cut this. And then we'll tie a bow, and then I can adjust it once I get done. All right, so I've got my twine on there. So we'll just tie a bow. And I'm going to try to slide my bow down to this side because I realized when I did it yesterday it was kind of in the center, and I want to have it over to the right side since we're going to put the dogs on the left side. So give me 1 second. I think I've got fat fingers or something. I don't know. I always struggle when it comes to tying bows. I'm not sure why that is. There we go. All right, so there we go there. We'll pull that in a little bit, but we do want to have a good sized bow. That's pretty good. All right, and then I'm going to pull it taut. Okay. Now let me just trim up, because I don't think we want all these pieces of tail hanging off. Just trim that up just a little bit. Okay. All right, now we're going to take and go ahead and attach this to the front of the card. And if it looks a little loose, you can just put some adhesive on the back to tighten it down, but I think it'll be fine. I think it's, the dogs are going to cover it anyway, so it's no big deal. All right, so we're going to add this to the front of the card, and then we'll start adding our, oh wait, we can't do that yet. We got to make these dog biscuits. Oh my gosh, the dog bones. Hang on. Okay, so I am using a retired punch, a heart punch. It's a larger one than probably I should use. Now, if you've seen the new bee stamp set that people have been using, pardon me, there is a punch that goes with that stamp set, and one of that part of the three is 3 punches, 3 designs on the punch, and one of them is a smaller heart to make the bee's body. So that would probably be a good size to make the dog biscuits, but I'm going to use a heart, this heart here. And then you're going to cut 2 hearts out. So I'm just using some crumb cake, and I'm just using scraps. So I'm going to cut out 2 of my hearts. And the reason I don't want to glue this down is we've got to get our heart, we got to get our dog bones underneath, okay? And then I've got another scrap of crumb cake, and I'll cut another heart. I couldn't find, I've kept 2 heart punches because I've gotten rid of everything else. So this one is retired, but at least it serves the purpose. All right, and then you're going to take, I think this is a half, yeah, this is a 1/2 inch of crumb cake. And you can have it however long you want it. I'm just going to cut this in half. I think this is, yeah, this is 5 1/2. I'm just going to cut it in half, and then you can trim it down as needed. So we're going to add this to our heart, and this is what's going to make it look like our dog biscuit, because then we're going to tuck that down, okay? So I'm going to use my seal, and I'm just going to attach it with the seal. And I'm going to place that right about there. So I'm going to flip it over. And then I'll do the same thing on this one. And then you can trim it down if you want it, if you don't want your thing to hold it in place. You don't need that much space, so you can just trim it down. All right, which is probably what I'll do, because I don't think we need all that. Okay, so then you can either turn it this way. It doesn't matter, however. So just play where you want your dog biscuit to go. So I'm going to put this one, I'm going to lay these here first before I glue this piece down. And I don't think I need this that long either, so I'm just going to trim that down a little bit. And then this one, I want to attach it kind of like that, right? So it kind of looks like, and then I'll bring this up just a little bit before I glue these down. So let's go ahead and do that. I want to put this one here. So I'm going to keep my finger there so I know where I want it to go. And then we're just going to add some adhesive. And we're going to glue this guy down. So these doggies have their own little dog biscuit. So I'm going to place this one right about there. Okay. All right. And then I want to make sure, because we're going to cover that up, right? And then this one I'm going to have go, maybe I should have it go like this. Yeah, I'll bring this one down a little bit. So it looks like we got 2 dog biscuits. What do you think? I think that's good. All right, so this one, I'm going to bring it down just a little. No, that's good. That's fine. I'm going to trim this off because I don't think we need all that. All right, so let me go ahead and attach this one. And, oops, oh my, already 8 o'clock. Oh, almost done. Don't leave me yet. All right, don't leave. Don't go nowhere. All right, so we're going to get this one up. Get up there, Bella. All right, so we're going to place that one right about, we'll do it about like that. We'll get that over there so it looks like the dog biscuit. And then this one we're going to put like that. So yeah, that'll work. So it all depends on where you place your dog biscuits. So this one's going to come down a little bit lower, but that's fine. It's no big deal. So I'm going to go ahead and add my adhesive to this. I keep grabbing the wrong glue. To this. And we'll get this attached. All right, so we're going to put that right about there. And this should go edge to edge. Oh, that looks cute. Yeah, that looks like dog biscuits, doesn't it? Okay, so now we're going to take our doggies and we're going to get our dimensionals. Once I locate them, I had another pack, but what did I do with, oh, they're over here. Hang on a minute. Let me grab these because they got full ones. All right, so now I got to figure out what I'm going to do with my dog. All right, I'm going to put this dog here, and of course, we're going to pop him up on a dimensional. Let me go ahead and do that now. I'm going to put one here, and I'm going to probably put one right here. I'm not going to take him off yet. So let's lay him, because we're going to cover that with the sentiment, so I'm not too concerned about that. So if we put this little guy right here, then I could put, let's see, no, he's the same color, so we don't want to do that. So I could put this guy, yeah, why don't we do that? I have the little girl behind there on a glue dot, and then, what do you think? Because he's almost the same color, so we don't want to do that. We could put these two together. No, I don't think so. I think I like, I'm going to move my bow over. I think I like this guy here, and then we'll put this guy behind him. Yeah, I think that'll be cute. Okay, let's do that. Let's put some dimensionals on here. Get these guys going. All right, so we're gonna put him there, and then this one, I don't think. Now this little guy, we got to pop him up because she's gonna be behind the big dog, and she needs to sit up high. So we're gonna do that. That I think will look fine. What do you think about that? All right, so there's that, and then we're gonna put this guy. I think he needs to pop up some too. So let's pop him up. I don't know if he needs to be popped up on the bottom. Let's do, hang on a minute. I don't think he needs to be popped up down there, just his head. No, I guess we better pop up his body too, huh? Okay, here we go. All right, so let's lay him down here. I'm talking to myself, can you tell? All right, so let's put him, whoopsie. Hang on, we don't want our dimensional to show. All right, there we go. All right, so we're gonna put the doggy here, and we're gonna move these guys over. So let's move him right about there. They cute. All right, and then let's go ahead and put this dog down. All right, we're almost done. Bear with me. All right, so we're gonna pop this guy right about there. And then this little dog will go up on top. He's a cute little puppy. Look at that. So he's right there. We'll put him a little bit at an angle. All right, now this dog, we've already got him down, so let's go ahead and pop this guy up. I don't know if he needs a dimensional on the top. All right, let's see. Oh, why not? There we go. How's that? Does that look? Let's see. Let's see. Hang on. Let me move him. Hang on. Let me lift him up. Let me move him up a little bit. Hang on a minute. Hopefully he doesn't tear. No. Hang on. Let's move him up just a tad. And then we'll move him down just a little bit. That'll work. What do you think about that? Okay. All right. Now we're going to do our center. Oh, you know what I just did? I think I just, oh, I had two other strips of, I had two strips of, oh, here they are. I threw them away. What a dork. Okay. We got my sentiments. I'm like, what in the world happened to my sentiments? But these are, I gotta trim these down. All right, give me a second here. Let's trim this down. I had two other pieces of crumb cake, and I must have used them. But let me just trim this down real quick because we're gonna stamp those sentiments, and then we'll be done. And then y'all can leave. All right, I'm gonna cut this down to probably like a half, not quite a half an inch. I'm going to try to get it in here and hopefully get it straight so I can cut it and hold that down. Hang on a second. It doesn't want to stay. All right, let's try that. And hold it down. All right, so that should work. So we have that one, and let's cut this one. And then I'll trim these, the length down as needed. So I'm going to lay that one right about there too. Hang on. Okay, I think that'll work. Let's move this out of the way. Okay, we're going to stamp our sentiment. Now, the sentiment that I'm using is from the Lazy Days stamp set. We're going to use Home is Where Our Story... No, I'm sorry. When we... Oh, Lordy. Oh, it's always a good day when we spend time together. So, always a good day when we spend time together. All right, so we're going to stamp that, and we're going to do that in basic black. I mean, our Memento black. So, let me go ahead, and then we're going to trim up the banners and hook these on there, and then we are going to be good to go. So, it's always a good day. So, I'm just going to stamp it on one of these, and then I'm going to adjust it, and I'll trim down so it's not going to be too big. I want to make sure I got enough ink on here. Okay. I think this one just moved. Oh, there we go. All right. And then we're going to come back and do the next one. And this is, if I can read it, when we spend time together. It's always a good day when we spend time together. So let's ink that up. This one's a little crooked. Hang on. You know, the photopolymer, you got to be a little bit careful because sometimes they just decide they want to move when they want to move. Let me clean that. I got too much ink on there now because I really inked that thing up. Okay, here we go. I can't tell. There we go. Nope, that still doesn't look like it's got... There we go. All right, so we're going to stamp that right here. There we go. Perfect. All right, almost. All I got to do is cut the tails and pop these on there. All right, so this one says, always a good day. So I'm just going to trim these at an angle, and we'll pop these up on dimensionals, and that's going to help cover the dogs at the bottom. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. This one looks a little bit bigger, but that's all right. We're just going to trim it down, and we'll do this one the same. All right. So let's flip these over, put some dimensionals on the back, and I've got some pieces right here that we can use. So we're using up our scraps. All right. So put this, actually I need to put this at the bottom because the dog has already got a dimensional under him, right? So we want this at the bottom of the sentiment, and the same on this one, so that it doesn't pop and look like it's too high. So we're going to put this down here, and then we'll just add this little piece right here. Put him right there. That should work. Put him right there. Okay. All right, so let's take these little guys off. All right, almost. And then you get to see the finished cards all together. Oh, we got to add this one to our card base too. We're not quite done yet, are we? Okay. All right, so we're going to put this right. It's always a good day, so we're going to put that one right over here so it's right up at the bottom of the dogs. And that way you can't see. Well, he's covering his face, but that's all right. And then this one, we'll just put it down. We'll just put it a little bit lower. So we'll just put it like that. All right, so there's that. Now all we have to do is add this to our card base, which I probably should have done that before I added all this stuff on it, but that's okay. I have a mess in here all of a sudden. What's up with that? All right, so we're going to add that here. Pop that down. Look at that. Okay, look at the mess I've created. Good Lord. All right, let me bring in the other cards so you can see those. And hang on one second. Let me get all this mess out of the way. All right, so here is, nope, that's the one we already did. All right, there is our 3 cards. What do y'all think? Do you like those? Isn't that cute? And this is the Doggone, there it is. We'll put that right there. The Doggone stamp set. Isn't that cute? What do y'all think? They're really easy cards. The hard, I think the time-consuming part was just cutting them out and then just trying to figure out how you want to do everything. You know what I'm saying? So there you go, using the Doggone set that you'll be available to purchase on January 4th. You can get that through my online store. So again, this one was using the copper clay ink and coordinating cardstock. This is black and white. And then this one, we used one of the in color Moody Mauve treat bags with a piece of Moody Mauve, and all of them are on thick basic white bases. So there are the cards. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Share this with your dog friends or pet friends. And oh, wait, we forgot. I got to put some stuff on here. What am I thinking? We've got to add some doodads. Hold on. We got to put some little dots on here. We need to add a few little dots to, we'll put one right here. I was just thinking, oh, I need to put my dots. I looked over and I forgot we hadn't put these on here. I'm just putting 2 little ones, and then I'll put a medium size, and I will put him right, just put it right there. Okay, there we go. Now we're done. So now we're done. I put the little in color dots. These are the, 23, 25 in color dots. All right, there is our 3 cards. Pardon me. I hope you've enjoyed this, and make sure you come back Friday, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for Fundamental Friday, and we're going to make this birthday box or whatever kind of sentiment you want to put on it. It's your choice. All right, everybody, thanks again. I apologize for going longer than an hour, but I greatly appreciate you spending your Tuesday evening with me, so thank you again, and I will see you this Friday at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for Fundamental Friday, which is where we do our technique, and in this case, we're going to make a box. All right, thanks again, everyone. Make sure that you share, and if I can help with anything, let me know, and you can always visit my online store. If you have any questions, it'll be in the link below the video. All right, thanks again, everyone.